You ever just have that massive scorn on your face when you give an opinion and you damn sit on that opinion and then you get proven wrong? You're like, I guess you're right. That's how Orange Robbie feels today. So we're going to do a nice, fantastic discussion on the Golden Castle of Strongberg and how it might not be so bad. Right, guys? Right? Right. Right. Let's dig into this, shall we? So, Golden Castle of Strongberg has spawned some very interesting OTKs on the internet, and I guess I should have, well, first off, I guess I'm completely wrong that this card is not a total piece of shit. There we said it, internet. Don't you guys love when I'm wrong? So, my original thoughts on Golden Castle of Strongberg were a card that forces you to banish 10 if it stays on the field is absolutely terrible. A card that takes away your core normal summon is also terrible. But evidently, like most people, I guess I forget these gimmicky OTKs exist in the game of Yu-Gi-Oh! But first off, we're going to just quickly go through Golden Castle of Strongberg here so you guys can get a feel for what I'm talking about here. So once per turn, during your standby phase, you can you must banish 10 cards from the top of your deck face down. Anyone else feel that this is reminiscent of Toon Kingdom and its really weird maintenance costs and how it doesn't interact with the rest of the archetype? I've always been wondering why Toon Kingdom did that, but that's just that. Or this card is destroyed, so if you ain't paying that maintenance cost, you ain't getting nothing. During your main phase, you can special summon one monster that specifically lists the Golden Castle of Strongberg from your deck, which, okay, cool. And it's text, you cannot normal summon or set the turn that you activate this effect. And then you can only use this effect of Golden Castle of Strongberg once per turn. And when your opponent's monster declares an attack, destroy the attacking monster, and if you do inflict damage to your opponent equal to half that monster's attack. Okay, so first off, when I had initially read this, as I said, a card that takes away your opponent, your core normal summon, was pretty bad, in my opinion. Having to pay a rather high maintenance cost seems bad to me. To maintain a Mirror Force, yeah, like, it doesn't seem that great. Well, leave it to the internet to tell me. Evidently, special summoning a tour guide from your deck for free is incredibly good. It's not like you can't remove the field spell from your side of the field. I think that's what I didn't take into consideration was if you are going to kill your opponent on the next turn, and me, how could I forget that Yu-Gi-Oh! Is this broken monster? So yes, the generalized OTK does involve stupid shit like, what is it? Needle Fiber, I think it was double Ancient Fairy Dragon. Like, it doesn't actually exist in the core format unless I've missed something else. I believe there's some other loops and variations to the OTK that I haven't seen yet. But when I make a reference to the tour guide, we're going to talk about Iron Hans here. So Hans is going to be acting as your tour guide. If it's summoned, you can start summon one Iron Knight from your deck. Also, if the Golden Castle of Strongberg is not in the field zone, you cannot special summon monsters from the extra deck for the rest of this turn. So one of the things that the castle grants to this is you have the ability to make your Warrior Link. And we already know how stupid a Soul Day is. So being able to use Iron Hans basically as a spot removal at 2200 with your Iron Knight, I guess that's something a little bit more interesting that you can do. But you know what our favorite part of the card text is? As I said, it's being able to resolve a Soul Day. Now at this point you're probably already playing a few more degenerate cards in your deck than you wanted to, but being able to, at the point of making a free Soul Day, to start your general comboization, to be able to make Summon Sorceress, and Summon Sorceress climb up the ladder into the rest of whatever combo you want to start. It's a little bit reminiscent of using the Brandish Maiden token generator in Goki, because it does produce a warrior, pretty much in the same sensation to start an OTK based on the premises of Degenerate. And special summoning a combo starter for free from your deck, I guess, while maintaining a Mirror Force for one turn while you OTK your opponent, doesn't seem too damn bad. But much like the rest of Yu-Gi-Oh! And things like that, a lot of players tend to underestimate card effects. I'm not gonna lie, I don't have time to sit here and think of a 400-step OTK. Well, 400 steps is exaggerating it. It was already rough enough, like watching my friend learn the 140-step Infernity OTK back in the day. It was painful. Like, you gotta give it to these players that come up with these degenerate OTKs and plug these pieces into the puzzle, because if without these players in this game, like learning these OTKs and things like that, like, as sure they're gimmicky and a lot of people would argue that they're ruining the game, but these OTKs make things more interesting in the globalized aspect of the game. Knowing that I can kill my opponent pretty much at will with one card. Very interesting. The thing is, Golden Castle Strongberg is a perfect example of these OTKs. I mean, you have 3 terraforming, you have 1 set rotation, you even have the monster that lets you discard it to add a Golden Castle of Strongberg from your deck to your hand. Like, they actually gave them the Monster Field Spell Searcher. You know, I can't wait for my opponent to try to strike my monster searching. They're just like, oh no, Golden Castle Strongberg, we can't let that happen. Now, at the point in which Golden Castle Strongberg reaches the TCG, I won't know what our metagame will be like. Isolde might not be as broken, but we'll definitely have Summon Sorceress and the pile of things to play with. We still have an expected ETA on Needle Fiber, probably for the best that we don't have at ETA, because Needle Fiber ruins games like it ruins friends. You know, nobody doesn't want to deal with that shit. You know, and I know a lot of people are just like, just give it to us, let's just get it done and over with, and I respect that mentality. I really do. But sometimes just not releasing it. Look at Nyarla and Azathoth, for example. You know, we still don't have the missing Outer Gods at the end of the day, and it would be great if we had them. You know, if we could have already banned them for the degenerate aspects of FTKs that they grant, being able to negate your opponent's hand traps for the entire turn. Yeah, fan-fucking-tastic. But at the end of the day, it's kind of just a broken pipe dream, unfortunately. You know, some of these things, they don't really get the chance to make it off of the cutting room edge floor, I feel like, at Konami. I mean, hell, we still don't even have Herakti at the end of the day. But don't underestimate OTK cards that grant you a Mirror Force-like effect. I guess combo starters that lead into other combo starters definitely are not to be underestimated, especially in the game of Yu-Gi-Oh! You know, Tour Guide's kind of fallen from the wayside. I mean, I'm sure if Tour Guide was still at 3, she might be doing something more. But as the link mechanic becomes more globalized and becomes more and more unfair and things like that, thank you, Noble Knights. The only thing that you've ever given us was a degenerate OTK-based card that further grants terrible interactions in the game of Yu-Gi-Oh! But we've learned our lesson with Rhoda, you know, Reinforcements of the Army. Generic warrior cards that have the ability to search, they have to be taken care of and limited in some capacity. Golden Castle Strongberg is honestly no example. I don't think we're going to see the castle itself get banned because of its maintenance cost and things like that. If your opponent can stall you out for a couple of turns, well, fuck diddly yuck. Like, what are you going to do? Watching that clock count down on the Banish 10? Yeah. It just, every turn you lose a resource. So once again, I guess it's a high risk, high reward kind of situation in the game of Yu-Gi-Oh! Where if you're putting all of your hope in one basket and it doesn't work out for you, much as the mentality of current competitive Yu-Gi-Oh! If you fuck up and you don't kill your opponent, well, you're going to have a really bad time at the end of the sugar-coated rainbow. And I guess I can accept the fact that Golden Castle Strongberg does grant OTKs. We'll have to see how it interacts in the OCG. once it goes legal in Collector's Pack 2018. The internet definitely won't let me forget that Golden Castle of Strongberg is a fantastic OTK based card, and Robbie was completely irrelevant thinking that it wasn't that great. But thank you, Iron Hans. Actually, once again, thank you, Isolde. You fucking Noble Knights have to win everything. What do you think of Golden Castle Strongberg? Do you think it's going to have some sort of implications on the TCG? Do you think it's going to be this broken fucking monster when it reaches the game? What are you guys thinking? I'd honestly love to hear your thoughts down in the comment section. You know, most of them are going to be like, oh, great, more OTKs. Ugh. I agree with you, but that's how Yu-Gi-Oh! Works. So, that's all I got, guys. Deuces.
The ride never ends, guys. Make sure you enable those notifications to get the latest videos that are being posted on this channel. Make sure you guys check out VanCole40 for my Cardfight Vanguard channel. And join me and House of Champions on the Zodiac Duelist TV Twitch stream. We'll be interacting with our audiences. And please check out No Limit Gaming and LGTCG.com for the cheapest trading cards on the market. Thanks for watching, guys, and please have a good day.